Hey guys, and welcome back to Bixby's Beer Reviews. Great to have you here again. Today we're going to be checking out a beer that I am very excited about. From the folks at Benchtop Brewing down in Norfolk, Virginia, Hampton Roads region, we have Alcase. It is a oak-aged French pilsner. So French pilsner, not really a super well-defined style. It really just means pilsners that are made in France. This one also uses what are called Strisselspalt hops, which are hops that are grown in the Alsace region of France, which is where the beer gets its name from. But otherwise, not really a major style you're going to see very often. This is mostly just a German-style pilsner that uses a slightly different hop. But that's not the interesting part. That's not why I'm so excited today. What I'm really excited about is that this is a, as I said, oak-aged pilsner. It's aged in what are called oak foeders. What's a foeder? It means a really big barrel, oftentimes 3 to even several hundred times the size of a normal barrel. Usually used, I think, in winemaking and other pursuits. It's recently been adapted to beer aging. Now, if you're spending time watching a video reviewing beers, you probably to check this one. So let's crack it open and take a look. So as I said, French Pilsner isn't really a recognized style, and so we're really going to be looking for the characteristics of a German Pilsner here. Of course, suggesting anything that's part of France has been captured or is otherwise owned by Germany. I realize a little fraught, but anyway. Let's take a look. So, like a classic German Pilsner being poured in our Pilsner glass here, you can see very clear, very well lagered, clearly very well carbonated. We have a very long, persistent, fluffy head here. Again, one of my favorite things about Benchtop and this lager series they do is that they have such a wonderful, beautiful looking head here. I mean, this is a beer that has been well carbonated, well clarified, well lagered, no shortcuts taken here. So, let's give it a smell. So interestingly enough, the first thing you notice about this, despite its pedigree, is the way that it isn't like a German Pilsner. A German Pilsner usually has a very strong aroma of noble hops. Here, much more citrusy, and a little sort of a floral citrus. I wouldn't say it's, a big orange or tropical aroma like an IPA, but you do get something like a sort of subtle apricot, almost a little bit honeyish. It's a much more restrained and softer hop aroma. And the other thing you notice is instead of getting the sort of the crackery, almost slightly bready-ish sweetness of a Pilsner malt, it's much more muted. There's certainly some lagered malt character here, but it's much more restrained. And I think we're starting to see the impact of that oak Foeder-aging as opposed to, I think usually the stainless steel lagering tanks that you're going to see your average Pilsner come out of. So already it's very distinctive from many of the Pilsners that we've had before. So let's give it a taste. So again, very unlike German Pilsner, despite its ingredients and its process. The effect of the foeder here really is to make this a much It is not aggressive, it's not overwhelming. I wouldn't even almost say it's a top note, but it is there. And I think it shows a great deal of skill in brewing this because, again, unlike a big heavy stout that will go to bourbon barrel, where there's a lot of big flavors already, this is a very light beer. It's gonna pick up a lot of flavors and show a lot of flaws much more easily because it doesn't have anything to cover for it. Beyond that, this is less bitter than I would say most German Pilsners we've had, maybe even than some of the Bohemian Pilsners I've had, like a Pilsner or Kel. And the hop character is a little bit softer, a little bit more floral, and a little bit less spicy. It's interesting because it's at once a crispy boy and a well-rounded boy, because it does ultimately finish very dry. And so it's ultimately an interesting contrast between those slightly bigger, rounder, woody, malty flavors that the wood brings out, and then again, the ultimately high carbonation, dry, crispy finish, and lighter hopping. So I enjoyed this beer very much. Really like sharing it with you. We're definitely gonna have some more Benchtop beers on the cast because I love a lot of the stuff that they do. But in the meantime, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment with any beers you'd like to see me try, and check out any of the other beers we have on any styles that you're interested in. So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.